Ladies and gentlemen, Cineplex has given me something to talk about today, and I didn't think it would be this, but it's booking fees. I see a lot of people are posting about it, a lot of people are upset about it, and I can understand why. But I can also understand why this might have been a long time coming. So let's take a look at it. Now, when you go online and you book a ticket to go and see a movie at Cineplex here in Canada, you will be charged $1.50 for a booking fee. Now, it's a little silly when you think about it in the sense of you're going online, you're booking the ticket. When you go to the theater, they used to have a stand for somebody to sell the ticket for you and then a stand for concessions. Now that's all roped into one. You would think, if anything, the booking fee would be in person as a way of getting you to go mobile, but no, it's the opposite. And they say it's to help improve their online platform. Now, $1.50 isn't going to kill anybody, but you think to yourself, well, movies to begin with aren't cheap, so what's the extra $1.50? Now, I kind of noticed this a couple of weeks ago because I saw it on a transaction that I was doing, but it was waived because I'm part of the Cine Club that Cineplex offers. Now, this isn't any sort of an elite club for $9.99 a month. You can be a part of it as well. It's for people who go to movies often and who want to enjoy discounted concessions, discounted tickets, things of that nature. So there's definitely some perks to it. I'm not here suggesting that you join the Cine Club. That's up to you. But if you don't want to look at booking fees, then for the low cost of $9.99 a month, you don't have to worry about it. Now, there's a couple of different ways to look at this. On the one hand, Cineplex isn't the first person to charge fees on top of ticket prices. And we're seeing lots of things going up during these pandemic times. For example, last year I was able to fly to Vancouver return for $250. That same flight now will cost me about $760. We've seen the increase of cost of hotels, groceries, and don't even get me started on gas. Now, this summer, I'm taking a trip with a friend to the States to see my favorite, and should be your favorite too, favorite team, Manchester City. Now, I'm looking at the receipt here from our good friends over at Ticketmaster. The cost of the ticket was $65 each. On top of that, each ticket has a $4.50 processing fee, a $12 facility charge, a $13.75 service fee, and 69 cents in tax, bringing that $65 ticket closer to $100 before the conversion. Now, again, Cineplex isn't the first person to do this, or the first company, I should say, to do this, and I don't think that they're going to be the last. So looking at the booking fee for what you're getting, it does seem a little silly. Again, if the booking fee was in person, I would get it more, but it's everything you're doing online. So my biggest pain point with Cineplex, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, isn't even the booking fee. And I know that's going to get a lot of people, but I look at it from this point of view. I look at the overall experience. Now, I'm never going to be one person to complain about concession prices or to complain about tickets, but I don't think that Cineplex or any other theater, quite frankly, is in a position right now where they should be looking at increasing fees as opposed to increasing the in-theater experience. I wanted to bring you a review last week of the new film Lightyear, but I was unable to. I went to a property of Cineplex's here in town, and at the beginning of the theater, about 15 people walked in, talking very loud. Some people on their phones making calls, and the rest of them just being really loud and obnoxious. I ended up having to leave the theater. Now, I go to a lot of movies in the theater each year. And overall, my experience has been pretty great. But look at from the point of view of somebody who doesn't go to the theater that often. And quite frankly, that's a lot of you. If you take out your Marvel movies and a little movie called Maverick Top Gun, most people aren't going to the theaters. And really, why do you need to? Batman, or The Batman, which came out earlier this year, which I thought was a fantastic movie, premiered in March. By April, it was on Crave. Before I boarded a plane to go to England, I was able to download that from Crave and have that as an option to watch on the plane. So the turnaround time from screen to digital is extremely quick. I put myself in the shoes of the person who doesn't go to the movies that often. So if you want to go to a film, you're looking at probably about $15 per ticket, including your booking fee. Then you want to get food. What if you want to go to VIP, which is a nice experience? Now you're looking at probably $100 a night. My whole thing is that Cineplex and other theaters should be more concerned with the in-theater experience. And what that means to me is being able to enjoy the film in peace and quiet, not having to worry about people texting and talking through a movie. There are two independent theaters here in Ottawa, the Bytown Theatre and the Mayfair Theatre, or as I like to call them, the only place where you won't see that nonsense take place. But Bytown actually has a guy who sits on a stool during the movie, and his only job is basically to shine a flashlight on anybody who starts getting on their phone. You don't see it at those theaters because it's not tolerated. They're not staffed as heavily as a Cineplex and a Landmark. So why does Cineplex and Landmark have so much difficulty maintaining that? Now, got a co-star here. Now, the honesty is that Cineplex and Landmark seem to be more concerned with getting people in the building as opposed to making sure that the experience overall is a good one. How hard would it be to take one of the dozen people that they have on staff and put them in a theater and do regular checks to make sure that those things aren't happening? Because at the end of the day, I'm mildly fussed about booking fees, and I'm more fussed about the overall in-theater experience. My hope is that Cineplex actually starts taking a look at this, because I don't think they're going to lose business because of a $1.50 booking fee. Because again, with all due respect, the ticket masters have been doing it for a long time. I think they really need to look long and hard and put themselves in the shoes of their customer and say they're coming for an experience. They can see the exact same movie a month from now in their home, but if they want to see it in their theater, I think the best thing for them to do is to make sure that that in-theater experience is top-notch and second to none. Because if they don't, Landmark, who isn't charging booking fees at the time of recording this, is just down the road. Thanks so much for checking this out. Hope everyone's well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.